Okay, so as we teased in the last episode of Dictating Terms, Mitch Power, who is one of the world's best barbecuers by a long stretch, was going to talk about his favourite tongs and what makes a good pair of tongs. And he has brought a selection here. He's also going to talk about some tongs that aren't here. We're going to put up pictures on the screen if you're watching this on Facebook and not listening on Spotify or iTunes. Mitch, so yeah, take us through your tong reviews, and I guess you're going to be talking about what you look for in a good pair of tongs and why you have the selection of tongs that you do.
Oh yeah, well, I'm a big barbecuer. I love tongs. I always usually prefer like the bigger set of tongs like this, but that comes with its own challenges as well.
Okay.
I usually like the little clip that just comes over and sits there. But sometimes you have the ring pull ones as well. But I get frustrated by those. So I like the little latch that comes over the top.
Okay, so why do you get frustrated by the ring pull locking mechanism?
Sometimes it just gets caught and it gets just a little bit sticky. And when you try and open up the ring pull, your hands, you don't get the clamp here. You don't get the great wider angle.
Span.
The span.
How big is this meat you're turning? How much
just depends,
width do you need?
For a nice little steak or something like this, my dad likes to use this sort of tongs, which you got the flat end, so it's easy to scoop in. But my old man usually goes like the usual 9-inch smaller set of tongs there with a nice scalloped edges. But he likes that, so it provides a little bit of a scoop, so you get under your steak and you don't lose it. And he likes that 9-inch, so the weight distribution throughout your forearm. So as you pick the, say, 400 or 500 gram steak, you actually feel the weight there, solid. This one hasn't got any silicone or any like there's sort of some oak handles, some heat resistant handles you can get as well. But this one's a bit short. I prefer a bigger tong, but Dad prefers the 9-incher.
Because you're getting closer to the heat there, aren't you?
Closer to the heat, and without this one, without any protection, no thumb rests. So that's on one at your lower end there.
So that metal's going to heat up a fair bit.
But the old man loves this stainless steel.
Yeah.
Not that great a steel, but, you'll get away with a nice steak. The best thing about this is the nice flat ends on it.
So that makes it easy to scoop,
angled,
does it?
Easier to scoop. You don't lose your tong, and you're holding all the weight in the middle of your clamps.
Yeah.
And that weight beautifully gets distributed. I prefer the bigger tongs, but with the bigger tongs, your meat's all hanging down here, you know what I mean?
Sort of makes the meat feel a bit heavier. It's like a longer lever.
You can also add strain.
Yeah.
Meat.
Strain onto
so you can start to get a bit of RSI really if you're barbecuing a lot.
Oh yeah, which I barbecue hopefully 3 meals a day if I could. But this one too. But you're also a lot longer away from the heat.
Yep.
But then longer the clamps get, when you try and clamp it down like that.
Oh, they don't line up.
You don't line up. Bigger the tong, the more unaware of you are what's happening down this end of your tong. So it's
more problematic.
But
so would you use those long tongs for anything? Like they'd be okay for a snag.
Use them.
Oh, you always use them?
I take all those negative aspects, and I just prefer to have a big tong in my hand.
Yeah, okay.
These are a couple that I've got reviews on here that I've really on my wish list. Like these are the tongs you're about to look on to about $120 a tong. You know what I mean?
Right. So we're going to put the photos of these tongs up on the screen. So these are the upper end tong.
Upper end tong. The first one's the dragon tong.
Okay.
It's got non-slip handles. See, none of these have got these. These are the cheap. All I can afford at the moment. But this one's...
So if you get a bit greasy, a bit sweaty, they're going to slide around a bit.
Slide around. Heat resistant too.
Yep.
Yeah. So the dragon tong it's got thumb rests as well. I don't like the locking mechanism with the ring pull, but that ring pull also provides, I haven't fucking got one here, but it also provides a little clip at the top. When you pull you can actually hang it on the end of the barbecue.
Sure, yep.
So you can also use that. But the angle on the ones there, I find a little bit too, the pincers on it are a little bit too sharp.
Okay.
Maybe like those ones. So, like I said, like Dad he reckons you can only get these ones in Foster. Only a place you can get them in Foster. These
really?
Wonder why that is.
With the flat ends there.
Can I get them in Foster?
That's
is
weird,
it like a particular tong outlet or?
I think where's he going to Foster? Said Foster famous for tongs.
Okay,
it's like like you can only get like champagne if it comes from Champagne in France. The rest is sparkling white. So you could probably get there wouldn't be tongs though.
There's a small suburb called Tong in Foster.
Tong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that one comes on the screen now. Comes in a 12 and a 9-inch.
Okay.
I usually prefer the bigger tongs, but it doesn't distribute the weight easily when you're trying to pick it up, and also the pinches on those are a little bit fucking angly. You know what I mean? But depending on what you're doing, you might have a nice little sausage or something you want to turn over. But yeah, I'm usually a big steak eater.
So they're probably
Big
not a
meat.
beginner's tong, are they?
Oh no, you don't want to go that near those as a beginner.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to start off nice and
Small.
nice and small. Work your way up your tongs, and
Ease into it.
Yep.
But,
Loosen up a bit
the
first.
second review here is a grill tongs.
Grill hog.
Grill
Okay.
hog tongs.
Yep.
They got more of a scalloped edge, sort of like those ones there. Oh, the people have got the beautiful looking nice oak handle, beautifully crafted. No thumb rests on this one, but they're sturdy, smooth. Same locking mechanism when I don't like, but it opens up to a nice, wide angle, ready for entry.
That's pretty wide.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You turn a whole cow with that. Just, yeah. You don't need a rotisserie for the pig or the spit. You just turn it with the tongs.
Just turn it with the
Turn
tongs.
it
Yeah.
over.
Okay.
yeah, that's about it. That's a few of my tongs I've just brought in, but I'll probably go looking.
You got some really tiny tongs there, though, Mitch. What would you use those for? Like
So you got
chipolatas or
the
something?
Yeah, for his
heat
eyebrows and
resist-
stuff, yeah.
But you see the sort of heat resistant. The heat's got a bit to some of them at the top there, but
Yeah, I bought a pair of
These
those the
are
other day.
only-
They melted. So, all right,
Yeah.
Mitch. Is that all the tong reviews?
that's it.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, well that's Mitch's tong review. And if anyone's got any questions for Mitch regarding a good pair of tongs or is looking at a particular pair of tongs online, send them through. I'm sure Mitch will give you his opinion on whether they're worth pursuing.
Or if any tong manufacturers out there would like to send us any, we could review the tong for you
Yeah,
for a small fee.
Definitely.
for a small fee.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we're cash for comments. What we're all about here.
Is there a possibility of a spatula special soon, or
I'm not that way inclined, Joe.
or a so they're just spatulas, aren't they?
Don't touch a spatula.
Nah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
About like a
Egg
preferred-
flip. I don't want an egg flip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
suppose that's sort of a spatula, isn't
pretty
it?
Yeah.
much. Yeah. I don't know. Is there a difference? We could look into that.
favorite oil
For
cooking. For cooking,
Oh, for
yeah.
cooking. Olive oil or rice bran oil.
Okay.
Rice bran oil.
I think that's something. I'll just try to make it out like that one. But, olive oil, just olive oil. Rice
oil.
bran oil or
Yep.
You've cooked in lard
Peanut.
before?
peanut, yeah. Hey?
Lard? You ever cooked in lard?
No.
Tallow or something.
I've been called it, but...
All right.